Hello, farmers, and welcome to another episode of the harvest season. My name is Al,
And I'm Kevin.
and we're here today to talk about farming games.
A lot of farming games.
Many, 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 many farming games.
Al, you're
Uh,
back after your
I,
first ever absence.
yes, hello, I'm back. Don't worry, you don't get rid of me that easily.
Who do you think people are more disappointed to hear back, you or me?
We're not playing that game. Uh, yeah. I hope people enjoyed the last episode. It was good. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed
It was fun hearing an episode for the first time not being on it, which was funny.
Good job,
Good
Evan
fun.
Cody. It was very fun.
Yes. Today's episode is a bumper news episode. So we don't have a main topic because there's so much news. There's so much news, Kevin.
2 pages of our show notes. That's a lot for us.
Like so much news. But first of all, what have you been playing, Kevin?
Okay, so there are 2 games I want to talk about. The first I think I mentioned on here before, World of Final Fantasy.
Yes.
It's basically a Pokemon-esque monster collecting game, but in a Final
Mhm.
Fantasy setting. So you collect your chocobos and all those good stuff. I actually hit credits the other day.
Ooh.
But there is a post game, and it is one of the best post games I've ever seen. I
Oh.
fortunately cannot go into details because it's very spoilery, but um, it's so good. It just you have to dive right in, and I've only scratched the surface. I just started the post game. But yeah, that it was really surprising to see that. If you like Final Fantasy, I suggest you guys play that because it's really really good. But
Fair enough.
aside from that, uh, Elden Ring, the acclaimed sequel
Elden Ring.
to Oblivion. um,
Pain the game.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Hard Breath of the Wild, as some would call it. I mean, it's good. Everyone's talked about it. It's a good game. It's hard. Yeah, I don't know what else to add. It's a FromSoft game, so if you know the Dark Souls and all that, it's really good. That's it.
Cool. Awesome. What have I been playing? I've been playing Kirby. I finished Kirby.
Yes,
The new
that's
Kirby.
great.
Like finished it, like properly finished it. It's
100. You got the
100%.
true ending and everything.
I got everything.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, yeah. And that's your
So that
first
was
Kirby
good. I
game,
enjoyed that. It is my
right?
first Kirby game. It's I don't know whether I'll go back and play the other ones or not. But yeah, my first one.
Should the
It was
3DS
good
ones
fun.
at least. That's great. I'm glad. Kirby's great. I love Kirby. I played lots of Kirby's. Not this one, because I made the wrong choice and picked Elden Ring. But the poor man's
um
Kirby.
It's Kirby. Uh what else have I been playing? Oh, I got Switch Sports yesterday. Not yesterday, Friday. Was playing that a little bit. It's good fun.
Okay.
Um,
How is it? I mean, it's got a
uh,
big shoes to fill.
yeah, I mean, if you like Wii Sports, you'll like Switch Sports. I mean, it's good. It's an improvement in some ways. It doesn't really disappoint very much. I think it would be nice if there were a few more sports in it. I know we've got golf coming, but I feel like there's room for a wee bit more. I don't know if there will be or not, but I think it's still worth it for what you get. It's not. I
I'm
wouldn't
sure
say
they
I was
will
disappointed.
add a bunch later.
Yeah,
Games as a service.
the fact that they've already announced one update, and there are plenty of games they've updated in multiple times. So I'd be surprised if there wasn't any more. But obviously, don't buy it assuming there'll be more.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely worth it. I mean, it's a decent price for what it is. It's not 60 quid or anything. I think
Right.
it's 30.
Oh, it's not? I thought it was full price. Okay, that's nice.
No, no. I think I think the retail price is 40 or something, but I got it for 32. I think it's just
Nice.
pretty good price.
Do how's the bowling? How's the bowling compare? That's the burning question.
Yeah, it feels just like bowling does, but I suspect it doesn't feel like what it actually feels like. It feels like what you would expect it would feel like now. Like I think if I were to go back and play on Wii Sports, I would be like disappointed by the nostalgia goggles.
Hmm.
I suspect the accuracy is just not as good. So it feels really good on the Switch. So I suspect they've done a lot of work to improve it. And it's good fun. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's interesting.
The football I think is my favorite though. It's really fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I enjoy that. It's good fun.
Do you strap your Joy-Con to your leg to kick?
You can do that, but only for like penalty shootouts. The kind
Mm-hmm.
of main game is analog stick, and it's quite fun actually. The kind of
Huh.
ridiculous kicking is over the top. The ball
Okay.
is like the size of you and stuff like
Oh,
that.
really?
It's good fun.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no,
That's cool.
it's actually really fun. They're definitely going for more of a in the football. Certainly, they're going for more of a ridiculous fun version
Mm-hmm.
uh, more realistic like the bowling or the badminton or whatever. So good fun.
Good stuff.
I'm sure it won't be as fun as Mario Strikers will be when
Oh, heavens no.
it still good fun. I think that's everything. I think that's everything.
All right.
Yeah. Should we talk about some news?
I guess so. Might as well. We're here.
Don't sound so excited. Speaking of
Oh.
not sounding very excited, my time at Sandrock. There are two pieces of news about my time at Sandrock. First of all, they have announced a new publisher for the game. Not really much to say about that, but if you care, you care. But the more important and more interesting thing is that they've said that now all of their eligible characters, which presumably that just means characters who aren't already married, are romanceable. They're all marriage candidates now. So there's not like a small subset of characters that are
Okay.
romanceable. So that's quite cool.
It's fine, I guess.
I
I haven't
still
played my Porsche
I,
or my time at Porsche, so.
I still am looking for the farming game that lets you break up couples. I'm serious about this. Like, it, not that, there's a good thing to do in life, but I think it would be a fun thing in a game, right? And why is no game letting me do that? It doesn't mean you need to. You don't need to do it, right? Just let me do it. I want to do it. I'm sure
Well,
there's a Stardew mod for that.
I'm sure there is, and that's the one that matters, right? Because all the best
Yeah.
characters in Stardew are taken. Uh, yeah. But all
Yeah,
right.
no, fun that they've got more characters than standard, so that's good.
Yeah,
But
that's
I mean,
good.
I'm still probably I don't know whether I'm going to play this game or not. I did not
All right.
enjoy Porsche, but maybe Sandrock could be more fun.
There's
I
a
don't know.
there's a dancing mini game. uh,
We'll see.
I don't
We'll
know.
see.
I'm probably
Next we have a Spirit of the Island. I'm looking forward to this game. I think it looks really nice. And they've released a new update. I think they're in early access just now. Yes, they're in
not.
early access just now.
Are
Um,
they? Or they're
yeah,
updating it? I don't know, because May 12th, I think they said something is coming out. Or am I mixing updates with something else?
I think you're mixing up. Yeah, that's a different thing.
Okay, my bad. Okay,
No, they're
but
already in
yeah,
early access.
this is a very cutesy game. Yeah. The art style reminds me of Link's Awakening, the new one. It's cutesy. Uh,
Yeah,
I don't know. It looks fun. You can play co-op. That's always really nice. Having it off the bat, that's really nice.
yeah. So if you've been paying attention to that game, there's an update with some stuff. We'll have the link in the show notes. There's not a huge amount to say about the update. Just it's there.
Uh,
Go look at it.
It's better, presumably.
Yeah. We have a rare update here on Mineko's
Mm,
night market.
No,
Uh,
it hurts.
well, I mean, it hurts, but it's good to know that it's still happening. We
Well, it
hadn't heard
is.
anything about this game for quite a while, and the
Yeah.
development on this game has been going for a long time.
Has it?
Um,
I don't know. I started paying attention when we talked about it a
Pretty
few
sure it was
episodes
meant to
ago.
release originally in 2019,
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's rough.
but it's all right. I don't think they did a Kickstarter, so no one's like out of money already.
Okay,
It's not
that's nice.
it's not quite the Relegend issue. But we'll come back to that later. Yeah, no, they posted an update on Twitter saying the game is still coming. We promise. It's just taking longer than we expected. So,
Working with a
um,
lot of people. So
Yeah.
I hope it comes out. The game is still really cute. I really, really want it. So
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
cat
So
those
maybe it'll be out
cats.
this year. Maybe it won't. We'll see. A game that is already out, has been out for a while, out for a year, in fact, is
Ah,
Turn It By,
and to
and his tax
celebrate,
evasion.
it's on the Xbox now.
It is. It's on Xbox and it's on Game Pass.
If you have it, go commit your tax evasion. Go
Absolutely brilliant
embrace
game. If you've not played it, you should play it.
embrace true chaotic neutral. Um, it's fantastic. Um,
And the and in celebration of the 1 year anniversary, they've released a birthday cake hat.
and if you played that, you
So
know that's a huge thing because
everybody
hats are
loves the hat.
everything.
Yeah, it's a good game. I feel like I should go back and play it again.
Uh, wasn't there? Did you play the DLC? I don't remember because there's deal. Did
Yes.
that come out?
Yeah, I
I
did.
don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
played that one. I think that
it's a
came
really
out
short
before I
game.
started playing
So
it, so I played the whole thing.
right. So it's a
It's
short
pretty
game.
short. Yeah.
So definitely one you can go replay.
Mm-hmm.
My brother Calvin
Ho-
played it.
oh
And
yeah?
if you know, my brother Calvin played it, and if you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
Calvin, that's him to a T. Turnip boy. Anyways,
Always
uh,
ripping up them wanted posters. Harvest Days has announced that their early access is coming out on the 12th of May.
that's the one.
Yeah.
I'm really curious how this
Uh,
will play out.
yeah. It's quite ambitious.
Very
I'm personally not a fan of the graphic style,
sure. They're
but it is what
pretty.
it is.
It's like feels like a 3D version of Untitled Goose Game graphics
Yeah.
almost, but a little less charming. But
I
yeah,
can see why
I'm
someone would like it, but it's kind of not really vibing with me very well.
sure that's fine. It's nothing super special. I'm just more curious to see how it's gonna play because they're promising everything in this game. It's so
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
I I just want to play it just to see that.
Just to see.
Yeah, how big
Yeah,
it
it's either
actually is.
it'll either really deliver on what it promises or it'll be a car crash, and either way it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I want to go on that ride for sure then. But yeah, May. So that's what like day of release. Well, on the release of this podcast, like what, a week roughly,
Yeah, a
2 weeks,
week
week and a
after
half.
this episode comes out.
Yeah. So go try it out. I might try it out.
Wildflowers. Wildflowers, that's wild with a Y and an E, WYLDE, is coming to Steam and Switch. So originally this came out just for iOS. In fact, it was not just on iOS, but it was on Apple Arcade
Mm-hmm.
exclusive to start with. But they've announced that it is now coming to Steam and Switch. And we don't have an exact release date, but it's saying this year, probably.
The
So,
game exists, so hopefully soon, right?
yeah,
You just
porting is easier than writing a whole
yeah,
game from scratch.
just copy
But
paste, right?
it's, yeah, easy.
Either way,
Uh,
this for people who don't know, you're a witch, so you do magic things to farm. Um,
yeah.
yeah, it's all right.
It feels like it has a reasonably kind of unique art style as well. Like not crazy unique, but it doesn't look. I don't look at it and go, "Oh, that looks just like this." You know?
Ah, it like how should I put this? I think to a lot of the other games we cover, maybe not, but it feels like 3D Facebooky game. I
Hmm.
don't know how to describe it. It feels familiar, but I'm just looking at the characters' faces. Something about them it feels weird to me, but that's a
Yeah,
minor
I
thing,
think I know.
really.
I think I know what you mean. Yeah, hard to explain, but I think I know what you mean. There is something about it that feels kind of. What were those? Oh, it was those things that people were doing on Facebook all the time. They're like you would make yourself in a little character.
Oh, the
What was it called?
Bitmoji? Is that what it is
Yeah,
from
it's
the
kind of
Snapchat?
Bitmoji-esque. That's
Yeah,
what it
yeah,
is, isn't
yeah.
it?
They do look a bit Bitmoji like. But so yeah, that's take that how you will. If you like it or
Good
hate it, but
catch.
but aside from that, like the rest of the game looks great. The magic and it's cutesy and whatnot. I probably won't play it, but I'm sure it's for somebody. You use your magic spells to water your plants and whatnot, so that's
Yeah,
cool.
I've been meaning to play it because I do have Apple Arcade. I've been meaning to play it, but just not made the time yet. Oh, pardon me. Next, we have Dre Ascaria, I think is how this one's said. I've talked about this once before, but it's now in Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
It
And
describes itself as a cozy magical adventure RPG with farm sim elements.
yes,
Um, it has hit its goal, so that's good.
it was a pretty low
It had a
goal. I mean,
very
7K.
modest goal.
Yeah, like they
But
got it with
a
like
goal's a goal.
40 backers, so good for them.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, they, I don't know. So this game also looks sort of ambitious. Honestly, like off the top of just looking at the trailer, like Pokemon Legends comes to mind because you got these
Mm,
big openish areas with little monster dudes walking around. Um,
yeah. The thing that really confused me about this game is like the the art for it,
mhm.
like on the top of the Kickstarter and stuff. I don't like the look of. But when you actually watch the trailer, I like how the game actually looks. So I don't know what this random image is at the top that doesn't look anything like the game, you know?
Yeah, yeah, no, because there's a lot of little monster critters and those look cool, but the human guy looks kind of boring. But I don't know. There's a lot to honestly. Farming feels like a minor part. It could be wrong, but at least from the trailer, they're
It,
showing off a bunch of other stuff more.
yeah, it looks much more kind of here is your section. It kind of Rune Factory-esque, I guess. Like here's your section to farm, but it's not the focus of the game.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So interesting name. We'll see. A lot more
Yeah.
magic based than wildflowers even. Like the crops look magical. They're not your regular
Mm,
pumpkins and whatnot. Um,
yeah.
so good for them for hitting that goal. We'll see it eventually, probably.
Speaking of things we might possibly see eventually, uh,
On or not.
Re-Legend. Uh, another month, another
Apology.
progress update, another apology. Still no game.
Oh wow.
Uh,
Almost hitting that 5 year anniversary.
crazy stuff.
Oh man, just I feel bad. So like, what was Nico's Might Market? Like you said, nobody put money on this, but oh, this is rough if you did put money on it.
One of the comments on the latest Kickstarter update is it's hard to believe I backed this 2 years before the announcement of the current gen console.
Oh, oh, that's rough. Oh, I mean, I've seen that before, but like, have you ever donated or like backed a project that took forever like this?
Yes, I have one that it's not quite as long, but one that was meant to come out in 2020
Mm-hmm.
and hasn't yet. However, it was a physical reward thing, so I think they've just been, hit by
Mm-hmm.
problem after problem because of COVID. So I kind
Yeah,
of
sure,
understand that.
sure,
Um,
sure,
I
sure.
mean, most of the games on Kickstarter get delayed, but like if I look at the oldest one that I haven't got yet, it's only a
Mm-hmm.
year late so far. You know,
Yeah.
and most of these, I think part of my problem is uh, most of the Kickstarter games, the date they give is the date when they're going to release the early access, and
Mm-hmm.
because uh, Switch doesn't officially have a here's a thing to do early access with, and I
Yeah.
always choose the Switch. It's
Yeah.
much later that I end up getting it because you just
Sure.
can't get it that early.
Yeah, no, that's
So
understandable. Like the one project I donated to was like 4 years, I think, but they were upfront about it. Because when they had their campaign, they said we have and they had they called the prototype, a playable thing, but
yeah,
they said it was just to kind of show off what the idea was. And they were
yeah,
very
yeah,
clear that it was going to take several years. So I was
yeah.
patient, but at least it was upfront. But man, this game, oh, it'll it'll be fun to measure what happened in between the announcement of this game and its release. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. And actually, speaking of games unreleased, I think we skipped one on our little list here. Lonesome Village, yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, whoops. Uh, yeah. Okay. Lonesome Village. Two things. They've got a new demo out, and they also have a new trailer for the fact that they're coming to Switch. So,
Yay!
woo!
For folks who don't remember, this is the one where you play a cute little fox, and there's a tower, and
I
you're
think
building
I
a
think he's a
village.
coyote actually,
Oh, is that? Oh, that's even cooler.
and
Oh,
these are I'm pretty sure they're a Mexican development.
what? I didn't know that. Oh no! Now I have to play. Oh no! Oh,
Yeah, yeah, they're based in Mexico. I am not going to try and say the name of that place.
wait, where? I don't even know.
On their Twitter account, it says where it is.
Okay, hold on. I gotta look that up. Let's see here. Lonesome Village. Let's see. Ogre Pixel. They are based on in Aguascalientes, Mexico, which translates to hot water.
Oh, really?
Yeah, hot waters.
That's funny.
Yep, Aguascalientes.
Yeah. So I think because coyotes are quite common in Mexico, aren't they?
Yep, they're a big thing down there. Lots of
Yeah.
even indigenous things with them and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh
So I think
yeah.
that's why it's a coyote
Oh,
rather
that's
than a
perfect.
fox.
Oh gosh, darn it! Now I have to play. And good that's coming to Switch because then I'll double play it because yeah, coming out on the Switch is a big plus for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll try this demo at least just to support them. Cool.
Yeah. I think I backed that one on Kickstarter. I lose track, honestly. So many things on Kickstarter, but I'm pretty sure I backed that. So I'll need to check whether or not I can get the Switch key rather than Steam key. We'll have to see.
All right, all right.
Alrighty. Next, we have an update from Autonauts. So this was a little kind of robot farming game where you kind of colonize little planets. They had an update that was planned to come with a survival mode, but they have since said that it's not going to be a free update anymore. It's going to be a new game entirely because it was much bigger than they had thought. So, yeah.
So first, um, I missed this game completely. Did you cover it on the show at all? Like, was it a main topic? I
I've
don't know.
not like properly covered it.
Okay.
I've talked about it, but not in a
Sure.
like actually going into
Oh,
detail.
it wasn't on top. Okay. Because yeah, I missed this, or at least I forgot about it. It is super cute. And I really like it because you have robots and stuff. So I'm actually keen to try this, and it's out already, which is nice.
Yep.
So that's cool. So first off, good for them for that. But second of all, this update, I don't know, was this promised from the beginning? I don't know. Like, it kind of sucks to hear this, but sometimes it's how it
Yeah, I don't
goes.
think it was promised from the beginning. I think this was something that they'd said later on that they were going to do, but it's just taken a lot longer than. So they said they thought it was going to take them a few months to make it, but it's ended up taking almost 2 years to finish the update.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Um, what has started as just an extra mode for Autonaut has grown to an entirely new Autonaut's experience of its own. At times, it felt like we'd never finish it, but at last we see the end in sight. We're just a few more months away from finishing. Haha. Yeah, they just. I think that's all they say. I can't. Yeah, I would understand if people were disappointed by that.
Mm-hmm.
The good thing is that it doesn't seem like there's many people complaining about it. There's a few people saying this is good and a bunch of likes on the tweet, so that's good. There doesn't seem
Fine.
to be much
Yeah.
complaining about it.
Yeah, as long as it wasn't promised at the beginning, right? That's the kicker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's totally fine.
they're giving existing owners of the game a discount on the new one.
Oh, even better. How wonderful. That's great. And I mean, they're not the only game to have done that. Looking at you, Silk Song. um,
And of course, the development team for Autonauts are based in Scotland.
oh, well, there you go. There's your game, and I got mine.
Yeah. uh, next, we have Cloud Gardens. So this has been on PC for quite a while. It's not really farming, but we don't have enough games to talk about. So yeah, you've got little kind of islands in the clouds that you're kind of making plants grow over urban decay areas.
Yep.
Anyway, it's coming to Switch. So
Yeah.
there you go.
It's a very mellow looking game.
Yeah.
I might be interested. Yeah, it's almost like a puzzle game, they're saying. You hit
Yeah.
certain goals. Okay, that's cool.
I think it's probably hard to know exactly what the game is until you actually play it, but it's the sort of
Yeah,
game that's cheap enough that I feel like I'm gonna buy it. I've been thinking
I'm
about it for a while, but now that it's on Switch, I'm like, well, yes,
yeah, I
let's
might
do
give it
it.
a whirl too because it just like the design because it the
It
level
looks
will
really nice.
yeah yeah first of all the art and the graphics are really nice for sure. Um, all the plants are very lush, and how to describe it.
Yeah.
Cloud Garden evokes pretty much what it looks like. And the I
Yeah.
say levels are interesting because they're like little floating islands, and you growing things on
Mhm.
them. So that'll be interesting to see. I might give it a shot too. Sounds fun
Little Witch in the Woods.
because we haven't had enough magical farming games to talk about today.
There was another one that was on my list, but I was like, it's not. I don't think there's any farming in it whatsoever, so it felt like a little bit of a stretch. Anyway, Little Witch in the Woods is coming to early access on the 17th of May. So that's just in 2 weeks.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, this okay. I'm looking at it. Yeah, this is a great looking game. Wait, is the I'm seeing the trailers in Japanese. I assume there'll be an early English version of Early Access.
I mean, presumably
Fully right. The game's
the early
cute.
access information's all in English. So
Yeah, it is. And some of the text in games in English. But either way, it's pixel art. It's cute little witch girl. Um,
oh yeah, they've said the official language support currently is Korean, English, and Chinese.
oh yeah, it's Korean, not Japanese. Yeah, I see that now. Um, yeah,
Mistake.
yeah. I I should know that too because my sister is a big fan of K-pop, so I see lots of Korean characters. You can tell because they have more circular characters. But anyways, yeah. Either way, it looks
Yes.
cute. Um,
Yeah. 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 We've got an information update from Village Monsters. Uh, basically talking about updates coming and bugs being fixed and stuff like that. So if you've been playing it, here's some information for you. It's not a huge amount to say. Uh, the developer got a little bit burnt out after the 1.0 release, as is pretty
or
standard for people who were crunching.
yeah,
Don't crunch on your
understandable.
game. But yeah, don't think there's a huge amount to say on that.
No, it's out. It's a game. It's an update.
Yeah. Now we've got information on a few new games that I've come across. So the first one is the first farming game that I've seen of on the Playdate. This is called Bloom.
Yes, I'm looking at the trailer. Oh, okay. It's Game Boy aesthetic.
So for people who aren't aware, the Playdate is a little handheld games console that has a very simple kind of screen and a physical crank,
Yeah, the
and that's
crank.
its kind of
What's the crank do? I don't actually
weirdness.
know.
So um I haven't looked too much into this game as to how they deal with the crank. But I mean it's a farming game on the Playdate, so I wanted to cover it. So I will be playing this as soon as my Playdate arrives. I have one on order, but I sadly did not get in the first batch because the international calculation for uh, what's it called shipping crashed, and so I couldn't get it
Oh
early
no.
enough. I was very disappointed by that. So I'm in the second batch. Um, so I'll get that whenever that comes. But I
Um,
will be playing this as soon as it comes.
yeah, and to bet and to I guess further describe it because we're talking about the play date, but like it's definitely different from your standard farming game because
Hmm.
your character's like a face portrait on the side and you've got like text that looks like a phone texting app or something.
Yeah, it's also you're doing a garden rather than a farm.
Oh, sure.
But I'm counting it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
good enough.
uh, and there is a story that you're going through as well, and you've got like text messages. That's kind of your main way of communicating with other
Mm-hmm.
people and stuff like that. It looks quite. I like. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I like the aesthetic a lot. I suggest people check the show notes and click on the link because that's a very cool looking aesthetic. Nice music too. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what it's like on the playdate. I'm looking to see your report on it now.
I will definitely cover it. Next, we have Puff Pals. So this is a farming game on Kickstarter. It's only got as recording time 5 days to go. So if you're listening to this on the first like 2 days after the episode comes out, you can probably still back it. But I don't think they need your backing because their goal was 75,000 and they're now at 1.1 million. So I
1.4
think they're
million, according to what I'm seeing.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I was looking at pounds. Yeah, nearly
Oh,
$1.5 million. So
that's a
yeah,
lot of money.
uh, that's a lot of money. They're coming to PC, Mac, mobile, and Switch. And yeah, it's really fun looking
It's
farming
very,
game.
very,
Um,
I don't know how to describe it. It's cute, but not like super saccharine or saccharine cute. It's relaxing almost. Um,
yeah, the art style is almost kind of like a slightly more watercolory like version of the newer Friends of Mineral Town.
yeah, sure, I can see that. Yeah, that's a good way of describing it. And everyone is kind of round-ish in design, little cute
Yeah, they're
chibi.
almost chibi-esque
Yeah,
characters.
yep. Everything's round, and there's lots of little critters that are also round. You got carrot people, mushroom people, a raccoon guy, a duck.
And
It's very
you're
pretty.
playing on islands in the sky.
It's very pretty. There's also everything is round. It's called Puff Pals, and it lives up to the name. Um, and yeah, they have a lot of money, so presumably it will come out. Oh my gosh, they still have more stretch goals.
Yeah. One of the stretch goals was the Switch, so it has been hit. But yeah,
Yeah.
surely at some point you just go, I have no more ideas for stretch goals,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
No, they've unlocked all of them. The 1.3 million one is the high.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. There's a fruit pet. There's a cat that looks like a melon. It's called Dewey. Oh, it's so adorable. I want a Dewey.
Well, you got to back it on Kickstarter if you want a Chewy.
Oh, oh, I might to get the Switch. I want a Dewey. It's so cute. You guys should really check this out and hurry because you only got what, like 2, 3 days when you're hearing this if
Yeah,
you're hearing it on release. So go, go,
yeah.
go, go.
Or just wait till the game comes out.
That too.
It's currently estimated that it will come out in January of 2020.
That's not too bad. So more like 2025, which is still not too bad.
Oh dear. Next we have Sprout Valley, which, fun fact, just because I found this out the other day, the original name of Stardew Valley was Sprout Valley. This has nothing to do with Stardew Valley. I think that's just a coincidence. It's not a very well known fact.
Okay.
Uh, Sprout Valley is also on Kickstarter just now, also with only a couple of days left to go. They have hit their goal, but a much smaller amount of money. So this is very
Yeah.
8-bitty graphics.
Let's see here. I'm
Um,
looking at a. Yeah, it's a very
I
cute
really like the
game.
colors.
It reminds me of Tamagotchis, kind of. If you guys know that aesthetic.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
yeah,
it reminds me of. You're a cute little mouse thing, farming and whatnot. Yeah, very cute. Um, and again, very modest goal, only 5K. They already hit it twice over. There's a
yeah.
penguin.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty much. That'll
If in
get me
doubt,
every
add a
time.
penguin.
Oh, that's even better.
You can wear a hat,
Such a cute
a
cat.
wizard's hat. Next we have. I was just watching the videos. The animations.
Yeah, they're bouncy and dynamic.
Very enjoyable just to watch.
Okay.
Next we have Garden Inn,
Yes.
and that's in with one N, which is like in the garden
hotel for
rather
plants?
than a garden
That?
hotel. Yeah, no, Garden Inn. So this is an inside plant simulator type thing. I guess you've got rooms and you're
Yeah,
growing
pots and
plants in them.
whatnot. I don't think these are real plants. They're very fantastic looking. They're very pretty.
Well, they have cross pollination and stuff, so yeah,
Some of
I
those
think
things have
there's going to be a lot
faces.
of creative,
Designs.
creative.
Oh,
What's the word I'm
that
looking
too.
for? Poetic license.
They're very pretty.
A lot of poetic license here.
Let's see here. Do we have a release date for it? No. Okay, of course not. Of course not.
No.
It's a common theme here in
Soon,
this
it
episode.
says. Whatever soon means. Look, we said before we are very pro not giving a release date and just releasing when you're ready.
Yeah, sure, that's all right. But I just, as a side
I
note,
think it's better than
I
delaying.
would like to see a game that's a hotel for plants.
What would
sounds
that
fun.
be like?
Like Bear and Breakfast, but you're like a cactus instead of a bear.
Oh,
I
right.
don't
So
know.
you're a plant running the hotel as
Yes,
well.
yes.
Why would a plant be running a hotel?
Why is a
Like,
bear
what's the
running a
story here?
hotel?
Well, why not? He has arms. Your plant doesn't have arms.
Well, I mean,
Big difference.
does Turnip Boy have arms?
Invisible arms.
Well, there you go. If plants can commit tax evasion, they can run a hotel.
Well,
sometimes both
sure,
at the same
fine.
time.
I will accept Turnip Boy running a hotel, but only if he
but you
rips
can-
up everybody's bills.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be amazing. That's some DLC.
Yeah.
Uh,
Badoop. Garden Inn looks fun. Coming to Steam.
Yeah.
Next we have
And-
Dreamlight Valley. Oh yes, this is Disney's game.
yeah, I'm
Disney
surprised you
Dreamlight
brought this on.
Valley.
Do you like Disney? Do you like Animal Crossing? Because
Would
that's
you
what
like
you're doing
both?
here.
Yeah.
That has an
Um,
audience, I'm sure. Like
I am very
I might
intrigued
be
by
the
this game.
audience. I am too.
I don't know whether
Right,
this
'cause,
is going
like-
to be a cash grab or whether it's actually going to be a good game.
right.
That's my big
Right, that's
question.
always tough to tell with Disney games, right? Because they go both ways. Some Disney games are great,
Yeah.
others are not. I will say the game looks great. Maybe not the player character design's
Yeah.
kind of generic, but
That was always going to happen with something like this. Come
Sure.
on.
And it has a lot of Disney properties. Like if you watch the trailer, you see Wreck-It Ralph walking by Scar in the background, and toy-sized Buzz and Woody, not like human-sized. They're just toys.
Yeah.
There's Frozen, and Wally's helping you garden. That's oh wait, no, he's just showing you the plant with the boot. Okay, well,
And Goofy's
Goofy's
fishing.
fishing. That's a
and
big
there's
sell for
Lion
me. I won't
King,
lie.
And Ratatouille is helping
That's
you cook.
another big.
And
big
Moana
one.
has a boat.
Yeah, oh darn, I think I'm convincing myself more. Vanellope and
I'm not
Sully.
gonna lie.
Mostly-
I'm probably going to buy and play this game.
Oh.
I don't know whether it's going to be because the thing is, right, like it could Disney really are like you just as you say, you just never
Yeah.
know because there's some weird stuff but in a good way. Like, you know, if you think about it, Kingdom Hearts is a really weird idea.
Very.
Right? Like it doesn't make any sense. I don't know how Disney were ever convinced this was a good idea. But it worked.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know who's developing this game.
that's a good question.
Which might, if we knew who was doing it, that might be a Game Loft. Are they the
Gameloft?
developer?
Looks like it. What is Game
Yes, they
Loft?
are. They are a
Um,
mobile video games developer.
Oh, wait, what is this coming out for? It's coming out on
It's coming out on
Steam.
basically everything.
Oh yeah, this looks like Switch and some other console will be later. It's gonna hit the PlayStation, Xbox.
That's Apple
Oh,
Arcade.
is that what it is?
that
Okay.
icon. I think it's actually
Um,
App Store, but I suspect it'll be Apple.
Okay,
What
sure.
have they made? So they make Gameloft
okay.
make the Asphalt games, the racing games. They've made a
They
bunch of
made-
other Disney things,
They
but
made
it looks to all be very mobile stuff.
Yeah, they made a Star Wars mobile games. I don't know. It's all very mobile.
Bunch of
game-looking
idle
things, so
games.
this might be a big departure from there.
Yeah, it does
presumably.
look pretty. Oh, there's a Sonic game they've done. They've made a lot of games. Sonic Runner's Adventure.
Okay.
Sounds like
That's
an
something.
Infinite Runner.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, either way. So I don't know. It's hard to tell with that history because I've never heard or played of any of those titles, pretty much. But
Yeah.
the Disney license is always strong, right? Like, who doesn't love Wreck-It Ralph and The Lion King and Wall-E and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I might try it as well. If you do, let me know. And I
Cool.
might join you on that.
They have a few
later on.
games on Steam as well,
Um,
Gameloft, but none that I've heard of.
Okay, well, this will be interesting. But yeah, I mean, just going back to that point you're making, like, I've played some. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is the big one for sure, right? But that's also, Square Enix, who is pretty dependable, right? You can count on them to make a pretty decent
Yeah,
game.
exactly.
But Disney's also done a lot of other stuff outside of that, and it's been hit or miss. They did Disney Infinity is probably the big one, the Toys to Life thing, which was actually pretty fun. I did play
Mm.
that. I enjoyed it. There was Spectrobes. Now that's a pull for people who don't know. They had their own Pokemon, and it was actually a lot of fun. But then they do all sorts of weird stuff that wasn't as successful. They had that other Disney game on the 3DS that kind of reminds me of this. I don't know what it's called. Let's see here. Disney Magical World. It looks kind of like what I thought this game would be, but I don't know what that is.
Well, they made another
Either way,
game,
it'll be
Disney
interesting to see.
Magic
Yeah,
Kingdoms.
that's the one I'm talking about.
Oh, is
Magical
that the one
World
you're
or
talking
Magic
about?
Kingdoms? I think so.
Gameloft made that.
Oh, did they? Okay, no, I'm thinking about no, because the one I'm talking about is on 3DS. I don't think that was them. Oh, I forgot Epic Mickey was a thing. That was quite a game as
Yeah.
well.
I
Oh well, we'll
I
see.
honestly don't know whether this is going to be
Nope.
good or not. It just
Only
it's
one way to
interesting.
find out. We
And
have to play it for the viewers.
I don't think we
for
have.
that content.
Do we have a release date for this yet?
2023. Wait, starting in 2020.
Okay.
Oh, early access.
It's going to be
on Game
free
Pass.
to play. Oh no.
Okay. Oh no. Oh, now I'm scared.
Oh
Oh no is right.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Well, at least we won't risk anything playing it, right? If
That's
it's free
true.
to play.
That's very true. Well, Pokemon Go is free to play, and I spent a lot of money on
Yeah,
that game.
you're not wrong there.
I did 20 Kangaskhan raids today.
Oh.
I should not be allowed to play that game.
I quit that game. I'm good. But now this
The
one will
only way
get
to
me.
win
How
is
many
not to
how many
play.
goofy raids are you gonna get to get the one with the special hat?
No. Next we have Immortal Life. Join a flourishing settlement in an idyllic valley and seek a peaceful life as you search for a way to restore your recently destroyed Taoist clan.
Oh.
Farm, rebuild, make friends, explore, and train. Will you find your way to immortality in this earthly paradise?
Okay. That's quite a setup there, like the destroyed ruin thing, but a Taoist clan, then that's a fun spin on it.
And you're searching for immortality.
Yeah, that too, eh?
It's just layers.
Yeah, the game is
Layers
very
of
pretty. I'm looking at the trailer.
Yeah. It has your kind of pretty
that-
kind of standard not 2D, but like it's not like
2.5D.
Yeah, I don't think is it 2.5D? I don't know. It's technically a 3D game, but you don't really
It's like Diamond and Pearl.
a fixed camera
totally
angle.
Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah, fixed camera angle.
Yeah, sure.
Game.
Whatever you want to call it. But it does have that layer of Asian influence over it, right? And has the music, the aesthetic. It's a pretty game. And oh wow, the release date is is it out already?
It's out in early access.
Oh, okay. Has good reviews, mostly positive so far, so that's cool.
Yeah, that is good. And that's 701 of them. So
all right, good for them. That'll be interesting to see. I'll have to look into that more.
next we have Deadcraft, which is like I don't know really how to explain this, so I'm just going to read the blurb. Farm the dead to stay alive in Deadcraft, a new twist on the zombie survival action genre. As a half zombie, grow an army of loyal undead followers and build an arsenal to equip them to take revenge on the rulers of humanity's last city.
How are you half a zombie?
I don't
what does
know.
That mean? So this is up to now we've been covering our usual cottage core. This goes into the subgenre of cottage gore. Because this is an intense game. There is gore, there is blood and guts and such.
Yeah.
And you do have a zombie gardening for you.
Yeah, you're literally
edgy.
farming zombies.
Yeah.
And
this is a very edgy game.
Yeah. Like it also, I mean, it says at the bottom that it has a mature content description. So, Deadcraft contains blood and gore, drug references, intense violence, strong language, and suggestive themes.
I don't even. I'm looking at this trailer and it's a lot going on. There's a lot of action. A lot of action. There was some farming.
Yeah.
But like this is
this is technically a farming game.
There is you're both fending off zombie hordes and unleashing flurry of zombie destruction.
Yeah. Yeah. You want the
Um,
zombies and you want to fight the other zombie.
yeah. There's like a Katamari of zombies that he's throwing at people.
I
This
wouldn't
is
really describe that as a Katamari, but I guess.
this is something. And it's a more it's not a cutesy art style, right? It's more action hero-y
Oh,
whatever game. It'd be funny to have a cutesy zombie game, but your hero wears a scarf, so that's what you're getting. And I see the half zombie, like half of him is zombie,
collect and
half of it is
plant
not.
the corpses of your enemies to grow your own very own zombie work.
This is a ride. Is this Steam only right now? Are we getting on anything
As far as
else?
I know, it's Steam only.
Um, this
It's
is
releasing
some.
in 2 weeks.
Let's see. It's Marvelous Inc. I'm
Oh,
curious.
it's marvelous. So it is.
Yes. Oh my gosh, this is the story of seasons, people. Wait, they
Yeah.
made Damon Ex Machina? That explains so much. Okay, now I see it. Okay, that's they're finding the middle ground between Damon Ex Machina and
Okay, no. So
Story
it's
of
coming to
Seasons.
Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch.
Wow, I I clicked on this and didn't expect to see Pioneers of Olive Town. This is brethren. Okay, you
Yeah.
guys should click on this link because this is quite a trip from a departure from our usual fare. I very possibly may play this because I want to see what it's like to grow zombies.
Well, and it's coming out in two
That
weeks,
too.
so you don't even have to wait
Yep.
long.
It's apocalyptic steampunk town with zombie farming. Like I don't know what
Yeah.
else to tell you
Shall we have a
guys.
palate
Great
cleanser after that?
zombie. Yeah. For some folks, that was the
'Cause the
palate cleanser.
the final new game is Island of Mine. This is a farming game that I think runs fully in the browser. And you are playing on an island. You're on a mysterious island. Buy new lands to discover new resources, dungeons, puzzles, NPCs, and many more. Or maybe there isn't actually farming. No, there's no actual farming in this. Oh
There
well,
probably is.
it's fine. We're a cottagecore podcast now.
Yeah. It looks like very 2D pixel, almost Minecraft-y sort of thing. You start off with one square and it kind of
Yeah,
expands. So,
almost forage, kind of forager like in that
yeah,
way.
it is. You're breaking down stuff to get their resources and crafting stuff. It's the loop that we all know and love. It's just very short or very small and 2D like. It's very cute aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Looks pretty decent.
So that's about it. That's a lot of news, a lot of games. If you're interested in any of them, the links are all in the show notes.
Are there any you're looking forward to, Al?
Oh, I mean, so many of these, so many, too many to talk about. I feel like I think I'm probably going to play most of these games, and that's kind of terrifying.
Well, if it's any help, half of them are to be released and have a question mark for their release date.
Sure, but they're going to come out
Um,
eventually.
well,
There's always new games
except
releasing.
maybe Re-Legend.
Huh.
Deadcraft.
Go
That's
farm
what
some
we're all about
zombies.
now here.
Thank you, Kevin, for joining me for this ridiculous number of news.
Ridiculous
Zzz.
number of ridiculous news. That was some whiplash. That was good stuff. Thank you, Al, for bringing me on. That was a lot of fun.
Where can people find you on the internet, Kev?
Primarily on the tweeters at CooperPrez for my personal Twitter, which is mostly retweeting other people's more clever things, and the at the Spriter Squared. Well, I always forget
Just
my
Sprite.
Twitter.
It's just
Is it Sprite
it's
Square?
just
I
Sprite
had to
Square.
change it because it was already
No
taken.
the.
It was my email has that. Anyways, okay, at Sprite Squared. Thank you very much. To see my art Twitter, which has been inactive lately, to be quite frankly, but I make pixel art sometimes there. You should go see it. It's something. And where do we find you, Al?
You can find me also on Twitter at the ScottBot. That's Scott with one T. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at THSPod. You can also email us from our website, harvestseason.club, where you can also find links to everything else that we do, including a link to our Patreon, where we have bonus episodes of podcast, The Greenhouse, where we talk about things that generally aren't farming or farming games. Not always, but most of the time. In the next episode of it, we will be talking about Moon Knight.
Well-known farmer.
Um,
That's the Disney Plus series, as opposed to the general concept of Moon
yes.
Knight.
And or Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and or Marvel stuff in general going forward. I don't know. We've not decided
Yeah.
exactly. We'll see. We haven't recorded it yet because we're waiting until the finale.
For
of Moon Knight
once,
drops, so.
not coming out with bad predictions right before the release
Yeah.
of the finale.
Well, it wouldn't have been right
okay.
before anyway. It
Yeah,
would have come out a week
after.
afterwards.
You know what I mean. You know how we do. Right before
Yeah.
for us, after for them. All
right. Yeah, I think that's everything. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Kevin, for joining.
Thank you.
And until next time, have a good harvest.
The Harvest Season is created by Rochelle Delaney and Al McKinley, with support from our pro farmer level patrons, Kevin and Stuart. Our art is done by Micah the Brave, and our music is done by Nick Burgess. Feel free to visit our website, harvestseason.club, for show notes and links to things we discussed in this episode. Thanks for listening.
Have a good harvest of zombies.
Tasty zombies.